All right, it's Fillin and Chillin number 5. I'm double filling and chilling today. I got the compressor going and we'll fill all these mags today, but first, 50 cal, Umarex Hammer. Check out these bad Larrys. 550 grain. These are 350 grain. Look at the size difference. Oh, and guess what else is coming in? The Zeus 72 cal, which has 1,000 grain. 1,000 grain slugs. That's the magazine for this thing. So, after getting that rattler, and now that I have the hammer, which this thing only gets 3 full powered shots at 4,500 psi, if you fill to 4,500 psi, the 4th shot's like 90%. I guess it drops from, it's like 500 psi a shot or something around there. So the regulator must be, you know, like 2,900 or like 3,100 psi, I mean. So with the way that this has been going, that this thing loves being topped off. I've been using the compressor to actually top that off and fill it. This, I'm probably going to do the exact same way, because if I use my transfer tank other than tethering it, filling that one time, it's like I can only go to 4,000 psi. So that thing loves being topped off, so I might as well only use the compressor to fill it. And it doesn't take long, so it just makes more sense to me. And then with this, and then I got the Zeus coming, that compressor is going to start filling, you know, tanks. So maybe there'll be more Fillin and Chillins that are, you know, shorter or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll change it up. What else was I going to say? Oh, so it's pretty much no different than, you know, when I fill up, like, you know, a paintball tank. So these are pretty much just no different than that. So just changing up how things are done. Okay, so let's start filling. So I did the scope little segment. I wanted to go over that a little bit. I didn't really say too much. I just kind of like word saladed it. Holy crap, these look so small compared to like the 35. I'm going to check on the compressor really quick. It's so bizarre, I'm telling you. The 74 cubic foot tank takes for the same amount of time to fill as my 98. And the 98 gets so much more air out of it that, like, I kind of want to get rid of the 74. Not that I'm going to, but not that I bought it. It was like a hand-me-down kind of thing. And I just can't believe the difference. So if anyone's looking for a transfer tank, just get the 98 cubic foot. That is 100% the way to go, I think. And it doesn't cost that much more. It's just like, it's crazy. Filling that one gun from, you know, 2,200 to 4,000 psi, it just kills that tank. It's like one and done. You have to basically just tether them, which I tethered that with the tank, and it's a squeaker. So when I was doing that video, shooting, what was I shooting? Can't even remember. Whatever I was shooting, I had to go and edit out all the recharging sounds. It was like. I just hurt my throat. Yeah, so every single time I took a shot, it would go and make this horrible, like, you know, nails on a chalkboard kind of thing. Man. So I ended up just at one point I ended up just taking the thing off and letting it go from wherever it was filled to, which was enough to get off the rest of the mag. What else? Oh, so I got these blast cloud things. I want to blow those up. I guess those won't really be as exciting compared to the spray paints, but I want to try those things out. So I am going to be blowing up the flower, which this is Saturday. That's going to be done tomorrow, but this comes out tomorrow. So you'll see the flower getting blown up, Mr. Goswick. If you watch this before then, on like, you know, Wednesday or Friday or something, somewhere later in the week. And then the hammer, which I haven't fired yet, will be fired tomorrow. I was waiting for the suppressor to come in, but that apparently isn't going to come in till Monday. But shooting firearms tomorrow a little bit, probably the shotgun and I don't know what else yet. So the hammer is going to get it's going to get its first shot tomorrow. That's going to get its own little flower probably. I kind of want to shoot that through the paper challenge too. See if we can do that with the air gun, because none of the air guns. I don't think the air guns have the velocity to make it through the paper. I think that's the only thing we're missing. We have the power, but we don't have the velocity, which apparently velocity is for penetration. So that's what we're lacking with air guns. Pretty much everything's like sub 1,000. So that just is what it is, I guess. So, oh, hard-boiled eggs were great, Johnny. Thank you for that suggestion. They are much cleaner than shooting the raw eggs, so that's a plus. No more salmonella warning. Just flies coming in for the leftovers. But those are fun to shoot. I'm looking for new targets, so I don't like shooting cans 100% of the time because it's a lot of mess to clean up, I think. All right, let me just check on the compressor again. That's at like 4,000 right now. So I did bump that compressor up to 4,500 psi, and knock on wood, so far so good. Of course, I just let the magazine spring just go because the thing fell off the tool fell off the little nub. Okay. Yeah, so if anyone has like I'm looking for targets for the Bandit. I need something that explodes. So like candies and stuff are good, but I don't want to buy like a whole bag of candy to shoot like one or like a couple of them. You know what I mean? And people will probably get really bored if I shoot the same thing over and over again, like for slow-mo and stuff. So that really wouldn't work. So I've been just having these little odds and ends that I keep coming across. But even just the other stuff in general, like regular targets to shoot. The fruit's always good. I like shooting the fruit, especially if it's like something that's like going out on its way, not necessarily something that I just, you know, have to buy and blow up. Animals are always good. Oh wow, look at that. Last one. But that other rabbit that I was talking about, that I don't know if I said it in a video or if it was in the comments. I mentioned there was another rabbit coming around that like wanted to die basically. But so far it ate one strawberry and stopped. So maybe we scared it off. It's been around the yard eating grass and stuff, but I don't care about that. Just as long as it's not like an actual nuisance or like pest or whatever. The range is delayed right now. We're waiting on new material to come around. My neighbor's been doing it, and he's just had like his own extra stuff to fill in, and then I got to build a berm. So I had the option of getting material or just waiting, so I'm just waiting now. The price for him the cost of him doing it, the material alone would pretty much be as much as what he's charging me, so I can just wait. I've already waited over a year anyway, so not that big of a deal. And plus, I've just been messing around, like, doing closer range stuff. It's been so hot out. Granted, the last, like, week, it's been pretty much perfect. Now it's getting hot again. We get this week of perfection, and then, you know, 2 months before that it was rain pretty much every single day, and now it's back to heat and rain. But granted, I didn't get snow this year really, so I'm not complaining about that. I guess this is the price we pay for the snow, or lack thereof. Oh, and I highly suggest, if you have PCPs or whatever, air guns, paintball guns, these are little HK Army nipple covers for paintball tanks. Since the paintball tanks use the same Foster as that, you know, as the PCPs, I just use those, and it's a great way. It beats using those crappy little rubber, you know, the things that come with all the Umarex, or all the Umarexes that I've had. Like, just take that and throw it away and get that. It's a couple bucks, but there's no point in fighting with that thing. And then, you know, you forget about it and whatnot, and you lose it. This, it's all colored, which is kind of cool, because it'd be cool to, you know, oh, that just shut off. Let me go change that, or check that. All right, that's done. I actually got to bump that up a little bit. Shut off at like 4,400 PSI. The gauge on that, though, is, I don't know why it needs like an 8,000 PSI gauge when it's pretty much a 4,500 PSI limit, so, and that's what that compressor can only do anyway, so why does it have to have, because it's like so hard to see exactly where that needle's pointing. So I, you know, err on the side of caution and just go a little bit lower than what I think it should be. Granted, I'm sure it could go, you know, I'm sure there's a, if it can go to, if they say it can go to 4,500, I'm sure it can go much higher than that. Just that, like, that's like the safety limit. Because when they hydro test the tanks and stuff to see how far they're gonna like flex, when they test them every 3 to 5 years or whatever it is, they fill them to, I think it's 8,000 PSI. So I'd love to see what they're filling them with, for one, because what fills to 8,000 PSI? So if anyone knows that, that'd be kind of cool to see. So I can't wait for it to be much colder out, 100%, because it just sucks going back and forth, you know, a million times to reset stuff, and it's like 85 degrees out, 90 degrees out, the sun's blaring. Oh, I'm done with these. So, yeah, I know people have to work out and outside and shit and whatnot, and yeah, no thanks. I'd be like, I'm like the worst person for, I'd be the worst person, the worst candidate for that. I sweat to death when the AC's on. It's probably some like medical friggin' thing. Yeah. I'm getting thirsty. I'm looking over that water now. I'm gonna take a sip of it. I feel dehydrated right now. Oh, God. Hell yeah. So I've been saying to a couple people that I want to kind of craft a guillotine. I think that'd be kind of cool. Make a little guillotine with a string, and I shoot the string and like chops up like a, I don't know, hot dog or a banana or something. It'd be kind of fun to do. So I need to rig up something. Could be basic as hell, I don't care. I'll probably just get some, like a 2x4 and just rig something up, like a little kind of like hangman kind of thing or something. I do want to do the Mentos and hang a bunch of Mentos and have it drop into like Diet Coke or whatever. That'd be kind of fun. Just don't have the time as much as I want to screw around, because like something like that, it's going to take me a decent amount of time to go out and figure out and work on versus, you know, just shooting something. Because then I got to get like a blade and whatnot. I don't know how to figure that part out, what I want to use for that. I guess I could just use like a knife or something. I don't know. I don't want to spend a ton of time on it and then be like, oh, here's 17 versions later of this. I like want to get it like one and done, or just buy something that does it. Or if someone wants to build one, I can pay you in Matrix money. These things are friggin' awesome. I got 6 so far. Just listen to the noise they make. Ready? And I want to get like some press or something. There's got to be some custom thing out there. Or I send them into someone and they stamp these for me. And I have my own little Matrix money. My Matrix members money. This is the new currency of the new world. Okay? It's some Matrix money. It's physical. So I have so much ammo coming right now. I don't even know where it's coming from, who it's coming from, what's coming from where. I got the 50 cals, I got slugs, I got 30s, I got 308s, I got 357s, I got the 50, I get 50s, 51s, which I'm confused as hell because that says 50, 51. I don't know if the 50s are even going to work. I think it has to be 51. I'm not 100% sure. It's very confusing. It says this thing's a 50. Look at that. 50 cal, 12.7 millimeter. But then it wants 51 caliber slugs. But then on like these slugs for even just my 22, they're .219 caliber. They're not 22 caliber. They're just slightly under. So it's extremely confusing trying to figure out the exact bore diameter they want you to use. Because on different things, you'll get like warnings and stuff for certain ones. And you're like, why does that not work on this? But someone figured it out. Someone had a little whoopsie. And now I don't have to worry about that. But I don't want to have to, mess up on my own and figure that part out. It's kind of like unnerving. But I know what works for these so far. It's just like even this thing, they want specific sizes. You don't want to go too big for the. You can only the size of the cylinder in there. You can't have it larger than that. But that's a decent size. Like you're really risking that. This thing's pretty. I don't think you can get anything bigger than that. But on this, you just can't go past those rings, which that doesn't. So. But even this, like this wants to fall out. So I imagine my 50s aren't going to fit. Which I have a bunch of them coming. And then I have the 51s as well. Which these are the 51s. I need to shoot. Oh, and the other thing. Oh, let me finish this thought. I need to shoot a watermelon with this. I need to shoot cans with this. An egg. I'm pretty sure this thing weighs more than the egg. 550 grains. That is insane. So on this thing, real quick, that's not even the suppressor. That's just like an extension for the suppressor, like a expansion chamber or something. I'm still waiting for the actual piece to come in. Does anyone know what happened with Donnie FL? I keep seeing these like rumors and stories that he got like raided by the FBI or something because someone got caught with a suppressor and they were like doing something illegal involving firearms, and somehow it gets mixed up, some BS that they're getting involved in, but their site does not have the moderators on there anymore. You can still buy them elsewhere, but they only had that piece because that's not like a suppressor. It's just to. Oh, of course that camera dies. It's just to help, quiet things down even more. You attach the moderator to it, So that made me nervous because I bought the one moderator, which is, it's gonna be like this big, and then on the thing it goes, oh, is your hammer not quiet enough? I'm going, oh great, is this thing gonna still be wicked loud with that suppressor on there? Because this rattler's kind of loud with the slugs if you start cranking the velocity to make them go 900 feet per second. But with this, since I have those 550s, I'm gonna have to crank that thing up. Actually, I don't know if you can even adjust it. It must just be one setting. So whatever velocity that ends up, holy shit, that's gonna be loud probably. And the recoil's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to shoot this thing. But by the time this video comes out, I've already shot it probably. Actually, this will come out at 12. So I'll probably be shooting it when this comes out. And then maybe I'll post a video of that. A teaser or something. We'll figure something out. Okay. We're filled and chilled. Until next time.